Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're gonna have some fun, and actually, did I ever tell y'all that this hat is so hot to wear while I'm recording? But today we're gonna be playing some Abzan Legends, mostly because I wanted an excuse to play Ratadrabic. I haven't played that card in a while, and there's some fun stuff to play with, so let's hop in and see if Ratadrabic's still any good in Standard. So the only thing I want to say is I want to start off by saying there's not a lot of new legends worth playing in this list. I did consider playing O'Hare Chasm, which I think by the end of the video I might find a way to work into the list. But other than that was kind of the only one. So the others all were very specific to other situations or don't necessarily work with the deck that we're playing. So a little bit of a letdown, but not the worst thing ever. But that being said, let's get into this list. We're going to go ahead and play a couple of Skrelv because, well, it's something cheap to play and it protects our creatures, so we're not too upset at it. We are going to be playing Jadar Ghoulcaller because it works with some of the other cards that we're playing, namely things like Varan, Executioner Thane, so when our creatures die, we get to drain the opponent, and especially if we're going to have Ratadrabics with things dying and coming back, like this makes a lot of sense for us. In that same regard, we're also going to be playing some Elis Il-Kor for the same reasons. Stuff comes into play, gain life, stuff dies, your opponent loses life. Makes a lot of sense. We're also going to play some Melira, the Living Core, because you can sacrifice this and protect something and still get it back with Ratadrabic, so that's really good. Same thing can be said of Braids. Braids and Ratadrabic kind of go really well together. Sacking your stuff, hurting your opponent, but then you just get a token so you didn't really lose anything. Also could allow you to replace some things as well if you wanted to play another copy of something already in your hand, which is super good. And we're going to play some Lord Skitter, because Lord Skitter gives us a bunch of tokens that we can sacrifice or have them die if we want to. Obviously, we're going to be playing Glissa Sunslayer since we're in the right colors. Nothing too surprising here, just a good all-around card. We're going to play some King Darien. What I like about this in particular is we do have a couple of cards that are going to make tokens, so those will get an extra bonus if we want to save them. But if not, then you just keep making more soldiers with this, and you don't have to overcommit to the board, which is also super sweet. Speaking of soldiers, we are going to be playing some Taurens as well today, just because getting free creatures is good, and then when they attack, they get bigger. Like, nothing to really complain about there. Of course, we're going to be playing Sheoldred because, well, Sheoldred's a legend and it's just a damn good magic card. Of course, Ratadrabic, since that's what we talked about playing today, the whole impetus for the deck. And a couple of copies of Thalia and the Gitrog monster, seeing as how we're in the right colors, and that's a way to draw cards, and it's another Death Touch first striker. But again, I will say I do want to give a call out to O'Hare Chasm, I think the right card. But just because this could help us find other things, and I like the fact that it can just be a body later on. So we'll see if we end up playing it or not by the end of the video. Also, don't forget, if you haven't, please help support this channel by going to check out one of my sponsors over at CoolStuffInc.com.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of this channel, and you can show your support while getting 5% off your entire order by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. Need singles for constructed or kitchen table play? Looking to pick up sealed product or the latest in Magic accessories? We've got you covered. CoolStuffInc.com is the place for all your Magic the Gathering needs. And support this channel by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
And with that bit of business out of the way, I will tell you as always, you can get the full deck list at the end of the video, or you can go down in the description, look for the blue arrows, you can download this list, and it'll show you a bunch of other standard decks you can play too. For now though, let's go play some games and see if these legends are good enough. Alright, let's keep this. We're on the draw, but it's kind of like the best we can hope to do here. Ooh, having some junky guys against mono red though. Not great, not great. There we go, that's a body we'd like to have. And if we can get to turn 4 with 4 land, we could kind of cause some issues for the opponent, potentially. So it's not like the worst thing. Alright. You got it, friend. We're going to go ahead and just play this. And pass the turn. Alright, I'll block here, I guess. Why not? I mean, I know it's going to get raged up, but whatever. I mean, I guess I'll take 2. No rage or anything? Oh, wow, that was good. It's not how I thought that was going to go at all, actually. That was pretty fantastic. I feel like we cheated a little bit. Oh, I do have a green permanent, so I will be able to cast that, actually. So let's go ahead and cast Varan. And no attacks here. Bloodthirsty adversary. Sure. Love to see it. I'm going to block here. Alright, we're at 8. I'm not dead yet. That's good news. Play Jadar. I think I at least want to attack with that. Sure. And the turn? I mean, I can get 2 life at instant speed by just sacrificing Malera, so it's not the worst thing here. I will attempt to block. They're not even going to attempt to rage or anything? Huh. Alright. I mean, I'm assuming they just have another Feldon, I suppose. Yeah, just hit us. That makes the most sense. They had a Godric, a Rage, and a Scoundrel. Ugh, those are all good. Cute card. Don't know if it helps us win from here, because we need to be able to shoot. Oh, we're not going to be able to shoot something anyway. Ugh, that's gross. All right. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Maybe? We're at 7. We'll be at 9. Yeah, probably want to do this. All right. I probably should be braver than that, but it's unfortunate. I kind of want to cast Braids here. I think I'm going to. And just end the turn. Still a 3/3 body. We could sack draw if we want to. Opponent doesn't have anything. They go to 9. Sure. I'm into it. Torrens probably doesn't help anything. We're likely attacking with Braids no matter what, or blocking with Braids no matter what happens here. But if the opponent doesn't have something good... Oh, that's pretty good, though. But if they Alpha Strike, they just die, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be 7, 8, 9 exactly. So we do have to block. Okay. Fair. I guess we block here? Need an untapped green or white land is all we need here. And we can put the game away, I think. Sure. Doesn't kill us, though. Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That will definitely do it. Oh, no! I missed a point in my math. Oh, no! We're dead. We're dead. Oh, they didn't have the card. Boy, did we get lucky. Because we'll go to 4, then they can shoot us for 1. Yep. And then we can block. Oh, that was close. For some reason, my math was a point off. I almost goofed that up. Oh, man. How did I do that? It was 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think I counted this as a 2-2 when I did that. Oh, that was so dumb. I mean, it worked out, but it was still dumb. Thank you, Shieldred. Okay. What are we going to do with this? So we're keeping this, obviously. I'm just trying to think about how the turns progress, but I think this is just Jadar into Glissa and see what happens. Or maybe not. Like, I mean, Does it make sense to maybe Darien first? So if they have something to get rid of a thing, they target King Darien extra large the 8th. And then do something else? This feels like just some Reanimator combo shenanigans. So if we believe that's what it is, which I believe it is, then we just go here, right? Pass the turn. And you have another one. Great. That's exciting. Yeah, they're definitely going to be trying to reanimate some things. The only question now is if... Well, I guess now we Ratadrabix first, right? Alright, pass. Alright, they're going to get a free spell here. They have to pay one more for it, but they're probably just going to kill Thalia if they can. Nope, that's just going to draw 2, discard 2. Okay. Yeah, that's not friendly for us. Oh boy, how do we want to go about this? I guess we would do this first. Then we could play this, let it die. We're not really worried about them casting a spell out of the graveyard. So play this, sack the other one. We could play Darien so we could start attacking here. Alright. King Darien extra large the 8th, by the way. Keep the untapped one. Play this. And then I think we just all out attack. Now we also don't care if they get back the Portal to Phyrexia now. Because then we can actually sack things that aren't Ratadrabix and still be okay here. Like, there's a world where we could sack Zombie, Thalia, Darien, King Darien, if we wanted to. Extra large Z8th. Gotta use his full name. It's like a Pimp Named Slickback or a Tribe Called Quest. Alright, that's a 3-4, which does make us not attack as strongly. But, if we activate this land, that's a 5-5. Let opponents say a block opponents block 5, 4, and 3. They would take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, they wouldn't be dead, though. What does that mean? How do we go about this? I mean, I guess we still do it. I'm just trying to think, like, is there a downside? I mean, if they block Ratadrabix, that's disappointing, I guess. I miscounted. I think I counted one less creature a second ago for some reason. Yeah, block 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 things get through, right? So 2, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, I did do the math right. Block, block. I'm just double checking. I don't know why this felt different a second ago. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's still only 10. I don't know what the opponent's up to. I don't want to find out. The biggest problem we're concerned about from them is probably this. Alright. Actually, did they have a spell I needed to remove? I should have been looking at that. Alright. Oh, that was gonna die anyway. That was stupid, y'all. I wasted like 2 minutes for nothing. I forgot that that creature was gonna die. Well, no, still, because they would have blocked this anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, we should still have this, because they're gonna get back their make a sacrifice thing. Yeah, and they're just gonna sacrifice not relevant stuff here, so we're fine. Sack, Thalia, Jadar. This guy. Sure. Alright. Yeah, didn't matter anyway. Yeah, truly the best thing they could have had would have probably been a Sunfall. And then we're attacking for 4, and then whatever that would have done. So, meh. Not the end of the world, but still was a dumb attack step. I think I could have attacked with more and just come closer to ending the game. Okay, let's keep it and get to work. Don't know if Thalia is going to be enough, but we're about to find out. Thalia may not be enough if this is against another creature deck. But I don't think we have much choice. I mean, we have a choice, but we don't. I'm going to hope beyond all hope that Shieldred gets to live and do something in this fight, or this is going to be very, very disappointing. That's something. You know what? I'm just going to take the damage and cast this here. This is a good blocker against anything they do this turn. And it sets up the possibility that if they play like Adeline next turn, we can still play this for 2, kill her. Well, I guess we couldn't kill her. We'd have to kill Skrull first anyway. Yeah, it doesn't really change much. And we're probably just going to try to play Shieldred anyway, so there's that. Alright, but there is not an Adeline to be concerned about, so that's good. Yep, get your point. Oh, here comes a big 4/4. Yep. Well, we'll at least get to see 2 of their cards, which can narrow down our play a little bit. There is a Brutal Cathar. Alright, good to know. So, we may want to wait to do something just in case. How much? Well, this doesn't deal damage anyway. So we're definitely not going to want to play Shieldred here. I don't think that's a real option. No attacks. In the turn. I mean, I guess I should just go ahead and kill Skrull there, because we're not doing anything else with this, right? That was a bad pass. I should have just killed Skrull. So, I mean, they play Brutal Cathar, we get Shieldred next turn. I mean, I guess it's fine, all things considered. Oh, they didn't even play Cathar here. That's gross. That's super disappointing. Yeah, wow, they didn't play it and they didn't attack. That is all kinds of bad stuff for us. Wow. I mean, I guess we just make it difficult on the opponent. Get rid of Grelv. I mean, we'll play Glissa. I'm assuming they'll get rid of Glissa. And then we'll be at, like, 2, maybe? This is not going to go too well for us. But we'll see what we can do. Man, this is where I needed, like, a Varan or whatever so I can get some extra life off of these things, but... What's going to be gross if they just have, like, double Cathar. That's going to be real bad. But there just may be nothing we can do about it. Like, one of those ones you say, like, oh, if you got it, you got it. Just that guy. I think we just have to let it ride. I'll go to 10. And I mean, if you have the spell, you have the spell. I mean, force them to have it. If they got it, they got it. Alright. I mean, they could very well just have another Brutal Cathar here. Coppercoat, that's pretty damn good too, though. That could be lethal all on its own. Book Vendor doesn't do anything here, so that's fine. I think they still have us, though. We only have 4 blockers. Yeah, just attack with everything, opponent. Yeah, our draw was weak sauce here. Wow, they're not attacking? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I block their 4 biggest things, I still take 4, 8. All right. Well, we didn't do anything to take advantage of it, so that's disappointing. That was bad. All right. Well, now we're toast. Because then they have additional power here, I guess. I guess technically it's the same, but yeah, we're dead. All right. Yeah, opponent should have just attacked like 2 turns ago. We didn't do anything that game, really. Alright, we'll keep this. This seems workable. Not a fan of seeing this, but I need the white mana on turn 2, so that kind of sucks. Though, we do have multiple 3 mana things, so turn 4 we could play that and be fine, I guess. Just what order do we go with? I think we go Lord Skitter first. See if they do something to Skitter. Then we can go with Braids, probably. Alright. Seems fine. Go ahead and run this out, I think. Kind of thinking about creatures in terms of value and what we can get out of them and sort of order our stuff that way. Alright, so we'll attack with Skitter first. Actually, both of these, honestly. Opponent chose not to do that. Well, that's disappointing. You're not blocking with the creature, so sure. If you want to get rid of it, get rid of it. They didn't even want to get rid of the creature. Okay. That feels like that says a little bit. Don't know what it says, but it's something. Alright, getting rid of Braids. Sounds good. Oh, before we got our Ratadrabix down. Gross. But that feels kind of like a net positive, doesn't it? Because if they're spending all that, they don't have real removal cards here. At least it feels that way. Alright. How much more removal you got? Feels like it might be a pile. Wow, you don't see that too often. That's cool. Fortunately, we have just First Strikers in play, so that's pretty sweet. Alright. And they're discarding Wedding Announcements. Wow. That's for real crazy. So here, if we want to do anything productive, it's kill Interceptor, then attack with Glissa. Probably Glissa only? Well, no, if we play Ratadrabix. Alright, I got it. Then we'll play Ratadrabix. Then we'll attack. Because this thing's not doing anything just sitting here. Okay. Hey, guess what? You get a land. I guess technically you don't get a land, because, you know, that's the way that works. So we play the land that you already know about. We can crew this. And not even crew, just activate it. Then see what's up with Dahlia. More land. That's not a thing we want. Alright, well I guess we got all those off the top of the library, so that's a bonus, right? Don't even know if I want to attack with that, because they would have to double block, but then we don't have our creature land anymore. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably bad. So yeah, just that. That was a little bit silly. Next turn now, I'll probably attack with more. Yeah, we actually don't mind that much there. Yeah. So you're still dealing with it, opponent. Still deal with it. Alright. Go one more time. Get rid of... Get lost? Alright, once they block here, if they tap any mana down... Actually, I guess I could have attacked anyway, because man, I'm just missing plays today. I already had the Plaza of Heroes untapped. So I could have got a free attack there and not cared. This doesn't really change much. Sure. I guess you get to draw and discard. I mean, we're obviously blocking with Glissa here. Which also means they get fewer bonuses next turn. Yeah, that's just going to be it. Hey, we drew Thalia and the Gitrog monster. Let's keep this. Feels good when you finally get to draw your fun cards. Well, we're going to need every bit of those fun cards. I was really hoping we get like a Thalia or something there. Would have been great. Now we need a 3-mana thing next turn. Minimum. Though we could use Animus Might to kill something if we have just the zombie, I guess. It wouldn't be the... Oh, no. Yeah. We'd have to take a point to do it. But that's fine. It's not great, but it's acceptable. Yeah, I assumed you were going to kill that. That's understandable. Even better would be... Well, no, that wouldn't work. I was going to say Thalia plus... Okay. That we can work with. I don't want to attack with the 2/2 here. Because we might be in a world where I need a 2-power creature to use this Animus Might with. If Lord Skitter dies, which has a very high probability here, I would imagine. Yep, exactly like that. As anticipated. Alright, deck. This is it. This is your time to shine, and you blew it. You blew it. I'm going to attack with this silly little rat. And then I'm going to sack the silly rat to hope we can draw some untapped mana. Alright, Lord Skitter. I mean, you're a thing, I suppose. Brass Forge. Okay, we could deal with that for a couple turns. Not the worst thing. Opponent does not have a rage. Good information. That is fantastic information, actually. So let's play this. Let's try this. Alright, because you didn't have an instant last turn. We'll remove this. Now I'm inclined to attack. Then we'll sack this new rat. Okay. Now we got some things happening. Sure, we cleared the board. And now we can probably make Shieldred happen. Yeah, that's fine. You got it. Ooh, that's almost appealing enough. I think this is just Shieldred time, though. No point in getting too dumb here. We attack for 6. Actually, no. I don't want to do that. We'll just do this. I want another blocker just in case. But I think we have them next turn anyway. Oh, we would have had them anyway because Shieldred would have done another 2. Yeah, I missed out on that. I mean, I guess they could have had some instance to kill Shieldred or whatever, but realistically, they were still dead, especially with us at 14. They don't have anything to get back other than just pumping their creatures, so yeah, that's ballgame. We're at 14. Nothing's going to kill us here and matter. I mean, we could literally take the whole hit here, and it just doesn't matter. Yeah, that's 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm just going to let it through. Okay. This is a plan of sorts. Like, stuff's happening. Maybe. Oh, research desk. I think I said this in another video, but every time I see somebody's research desk, I'm just like, oh, something bad's about to happen, right? I don't know what they're up to, so I'm going to minimize every point of damage here. I don't know if that's the right strategy. I should probably just take the point and save this for later. But it feels right. Okay. So it's that kind of deck. Fair enough. Good to know. I hate that I just drew you. You make me so sad right now. And now I wish I would have played that first so I could still get ahead Variant behind. This deck also likely has a bunch of sweepers, if I were guessing. Because this looks like Boros control. So what this likely means is I'm going to need to try to get multiple things on board and or have a Ratted Rabix active at some point. Alright, so I'm going to go here with hopes of drawing a 5th land and then just play both of these next turn. Not sure if that's going to be good enough, but we're going to try our best. They could also just Lightning Strike this guy, which is probably what's about to happen.
I'd love to.
Yep. I mean, we did what we could. You know, like... Alright, Lord Skitter. Looks like it's your time. Let's get rid of this. Now if we can get an untapped land, we can play these two together, possibly. Alright, looks like Skitter's probably dead again. Wow, gotta light up the night, that guy. I feel you. You do what you gotta do, I guess. We're gonna go looking for a card. Yep. Another Lightning Strike. Ugh. Alright, is our 1/1 dead? It is. They're like, you know what? No creatures to offset our plan, sir. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I thought about King Darien Extra Large Z8, but I got another idea while I was just sitting here. That if I do this, we gain a life, I sack a land, because the opponent wants their land. But I don't think they would sack one here. Alright, Shieldred, we can still cast you. I don't know if you're right, though. They can still use one of these on... Well, they remove some number of counters from Chandra for that. They're probably just going to kill Braids, I think. I mean, if they have Brotherhoods in, none of this really matters. So there's that, too. Alright. They found a land, which is tough, because if it's burned down the house, they get to keep Chandra with 2 counters on it, and we lose our board. But they only have 2 cards. But they do have access to several in the graveyard right now. Oh, Tunnel Grinder. That's a cool choice. Alright, what are we discarding? Oh, they discarded nothing to just draw one. Got it. Okay. Still have 2 mana. Oh, sweet. That's a cool card to play in there. Okay, so as much as I want to play Shieldred here, I think the plan is going to be activate our land, attack for 4 into Chandra. Yeah, I think so. So that makes 7 total. That should kill her. And then now they're playing, do we want to get rid of a land? What would they be doing? They could pay 5 for that next turn. We play Shieldred. They can't reuse these without a Planeswalker. They're at 19. Man, sacking land feels like a risk, but I feel it feels like a risk I gotta take. Oh, I should have got rid of something else. It's alright. We drew a cottage anyway. Alright. They have 2 cards in hand. I have no clue what they are. But we're just gonna do what we can here. Do we sack another land? I guess so. I mean, we have a lot of things the opponent has to deal with here. They go to 10. We have a backup Braids, a backup Shieldred. We can attack for 9 next turn if we play King Darien Extra Large the 8th. Ugh, this is tense. Alright, shoot us down to 16, which lets them look at 2 cards, one of which is Sunfall and they can't cast. Oh, that is awesome.
He's on fire!
I guess technically I am on fire because they're just hitting me with a bunch of burn spells. Yeah, that's it. Chandra doesn't do anything. Oh man, I think we got out of this.
Sweating like this before.
Yep. They can see a card, but that card, they can play it and do... They have 2 mana. They could kill Braids. Oh, they don't have it. I think they have to... Okay, well, I was going to say they could have used Light Up the Night, but yeah, they're dead. Yeah, their only play really would have been remove some counters from Chandra, Light Up the Night to kill Braids. But, I mean, they're still in a situation where I drew a land. That still kills them when I attack. So, I mean, yeah, kind of an ugly situation, but... Somehow we won that, sacking a bunch of lands to Braids. You just never know. Okay, this is a fun one to go first with. I don't hate this. Because we get Restless Cottage tapped. We could play Thalia taking a point. Then try Torrens, maybe? Which does put the opponent in a tough situation, because if they want to remove something, you're probably going to want to remove Thalia first. Which, I mean, they still might if they just have, like, cut down here or something. But if so, that's one you say if you do, you do. Freebooter. Cool. We ain't scared of no freebooter. Let's go Torrens. And I'm not going to attack yet just to see if they have... Oh, they're probably going to sacrifice it anyway, aren't they? Nope. Oh, they couldn't. Because I needed 1 more mana. Because we had Thalia. Alright, well, let's see what they're up to here. I do not hate that. And I don't hate that either. Yep, let's go. You would like to block and get your treasure and scry? You do that, friend. I'm going to assume they have at least 1 kill card for Shieldred. But this could just be like a Reanimator something or other. Which is why they were so willing to sacrifice that. Yep. Or discard that, I should say. Which means we'll just be attacking next turn to remove any scary things. If we think that's what they're actually trying to do here. I won't have to do that, actually. We could just play Skitter. Skitter still gets to remove things. Maybe. They could kill Skitter before we attack, and that's a whole thing. Oh, Millennium Calendar. That's something. Alright, well, let's test the waters and see what kind of removal card. Oh, I probably should have played Ratadrabix there, but whatever. Same thing, because if we activated the creature land and attack, like, that could have still been bad, so whatever. We can hold on to the Boseiju, because that gets rid of Millennial Calendar whenever we're ready. Don't know if I want to do it now and give them more mana, but it is something to keep top of mind. I don't know why I feel like we're just going to get hit with, like, 3 damage to all of our creatures here. I mean, it would make sense. Truly. Oh, they're putting it on Dinosaur. So this is part of their strategy. Okay. Carnosaur into what? Alright, Atsushi's real. That's a legit thing. Oh, that's an interesting piece. Do I care to kill any of their stuff here? With nothing in the yard that's important. They have 2 cards left. They're kind of messing around with the Millennial Calendar. I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to do this and kind of wait and see what happens here. Pass the turn? Because it feels like in like 2 turns we can just get a big attack step, right? Because each of the soldiers... Oh, Chamil. Alright, well, sadly I know what we have to destroy now instead of the Millennial Calendar. Like, we can't let that happen. Yeah, Chamil's way worse for us. Like, I don't know what they're holding in hand, but I'm assuming it's not anything that just wrecks our world here. Alright, so let's assume they block 4. They block 4. They take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a new one. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Great. Everybody's in. Get in there, team. Oh, whoa, one of those rats doesn't get... Oh, no, I don't think I counted that rat. All right, we should still be okay. And then they take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, they take more than enough. All right, cool. Oh, that felt like that could have got away from us. All right, y'all. So this was an interesting one because this was a good video because we got to see every card, I think, in play. So that's actually pretty cool. So we have 2 Skrelv. We'll talk about a few things here in a second. But we have 2 Skrelv, 2 Get Lost, 2 Thalia, 2 Jadar, 2 Vran, 2 Ellis Ilkor, 2 Malera, 3 Braids, 3 Lord Skitter, 2 Animus Might, 3 Glissa Sunslayer, 1 King Darien, extra large the 8th, 2 Taurens, Fist of the Angels, 3 Shieldred, 3 Ratadrabic, 2 Thalia and the Get Rog Monster. Actually, I don't think we got Thalia and the Get Rog Monster into play. We have 2 Iganjo, Swamp, Takenuma, a bunch of different lands just to make this work. But let's talk about something here from what we learned from those games. So one of the big things I was kind of wrestling with, which is why I split the spells like a couple of Get Lost and a couple of Animus Might, is I was trying to decide, is the versatility of Get Lost better or worse when you have something like Thalia versus just still being able to play like an Animus Might for 2, or when you don't have Thalia for 1. I think the final list is just going to cut the Animus Might, and we're just going to go to Get Lost. Because the more I thought about it, it wasn't just the versatility of it as far as what you could kill, but also the fact that it can be played at instant speed. Like, you can get some combat tricks where maybe you could remove your opponent's Brutal Cathar and get a blocker back, right? Something like that. Or end step, get rid of a problematic thing that might be a blocker for the next turn. You know, some different things you just can't do with Animus Might. So that, I think I'm probably going to make the change for it. Everything else, honestly, if anything, this deck probably wants another Thalia, regular Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, because it's cheap to play early and it doesn't interfere with the bulk of your deck. So I would like that, but I don't know where I'm going to make the cut. So if you're missing something else, I would say if you have the Thalias, go ahead and play a 3rd copy, maybe even a 4th, and it's not going to harm the deck, but it will be something that slows your opponents down. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Selvala, Heart of the Wilds. Mostly because this card is now starting to see multiple reprints over the last couple of years, and it actually is still fairly valuable. Not crazy, but I mean, you're still going to have to pay over $5 for these, a lot of times close to $7 or $8, and it's a really good card. I mean, if you're already playing a deck full of big creatures, then pretty much you're going to be the one drawing cards every time you play a creature, and then you just get a ton of mana to play the next bigger thing. Or if you have a way to hunt up what you want to play, then you can always just keep having a bigger and bigger creature. It's just a cool card all the way around. And if not, it kind of fits sort of into the group huggy sort of decks, because then your opponents can play creatures and draw cards. And they always love that, even though you're probably going to punish them for having a lot of cards. But yeah, just a really cool card that if you waited to get one, this is probably about as low they're going to be for a while. Like, it got pretty high for a moment, but after a couple reprints, it's down under $10, and you can probably find deals for these around $7. So yeah, probably worth picking up if you've been waiting on them. And amusingly, if legendary creatures are your jam, we actually played a legend deck with the other 2 colors, so we have a Boros Legends deck you should check out that was super fast. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.